Gerry Adams, 6 minutes, 3 speakers.
I want to thank Fianna Fáil for bringing this bill forward. August Tommy Wake, Dave Foster, Mar Shansa Concher, and Abwer on Tabak Talk. Sean, I want to commend Seanad for passing the Occupied Territories Bill, and especially to thank Seanad or Frances Black for her work on this crucial humanitarian issue. In contrast, the government's policy, IRA, is reprehensible. But it's not new. Fine Gael's refusal to honour its programme for government commitment to recognise the State of Palestine and to implement the democratic votes of both houses of the Oireachtas to give formal recognition to the State of Palestine is wilfully shameful. Today and yesterday there were Israeli attacks on Gaza. 10 years ago this month, Israeli forces invaded the Gaza Strip. That resulted in 13 dead on the Israeli side and 1,417 Palestinians killed, among them 313 children. When I visited Israel and the Gaza Strip and Gaza City not long after that first assault, I was horrified by the scale of the human tragedy. The UN report into that invasion concluded that it was a deliberate, disproportionate act by Israeli forces designed to punish, to humiliate and to terrorise a civilian population. The Israeli occupation of Palestinian lands, the separation wall, the theft of water rights and of land for illegal settlements have all been well documented, and all are in breach of international law. The State of Israel is a first-world nuclear-armed and economic power oppressing a largely powerless, impoverished Palestinian people. And despite the fine work being done by many Israeli citizens and NGOs, despite support in Israel for a peace process, the Israeli state snubs diplomacy, rejects international criticism, has no interest in peaceful alternatives, and does not see armed force as a measure of last resort. On the contrary, it sees brutal military force as its first measure of first resort. Yet we recognise IRA, translation error. Yet we recognise the State of Israel. We recognise the State of Israel, despite its flagrant breaches of international law and human rights. Now, I have no issue with that, fair enough, but why has one state recognised IRA and not the other? Why are no sanctions being brought forward? On Monday we celebrated in Dáil. That was an illegal act. If we followed the rationale of this minister, those who assembled would not have done anything. Nothing. They would have sat and decided to do nothing. Women still wouldn't have a vote if we followed your rationale. Slavery would still be legal if we followed your rationale. And no one anywhere in the world would have won one right if we followed your rationale. So if we as a former colony, still partitioned, still occupied in part by a government we don't want, with our proud history of freedom struggle, of resistance and our peace process, if we don't support the people of Palestine, then who will? Taoiseach, there's no wrong time to do the right thing. The government should support this bill, and I would urge all Teachtaí Dála to do likewise.